Today, we're playing Ruby Amethyst. This is the undisputed best deck in the whole of Lorcana. We have so many tools to keep our opponent at bay. Getting to our Be Prepared is going to be the primary game plan. Once we get there, we can keep our opponent locked down by spamming Lady Tremaines, Ursulas, and even Elsas. To help us get there, we're going to utilize the bounce package and a load of card draw. We also have the option to go extremely fast, giving us a ton of different playlines depending on the matchups. Our early game will typically lean towards us drawing as many cards as we can, whilst making sure we can keep some characters on the board. All of our Madam Mim cards are great at this stage, as they have a lot of stats for their cost, and in the case of Fox, they also have Rush. In our mid game, we'll be fighting for board control and trying to squeak some lore in. If we can get super ahead of our opponent here, we can just jam some Surfer minis and really put our opponent on a timer. Once we lose the board, we should have enough cards in hand to reset and just win from there. We're going to want to use our Be Prepared and follow up with Lady Tremaines to keep the opponent's board empty. We can also Ursula to start removing lore from our opponent and keep our hand full. It's good to note that we can bounce all of these cards back to recur the effects over and over again. Merlin Goat will also be used to close out a lot of games, as we can cheat out the last points that we need. For the Mulligan, we're simply going to keep some card draw and a lot of our early characters, and we want to get rid of any of our uninkables. Since we have so much card draw, we're more than likely going to find them later on. This is the deck list for today. The only card I want to quickly touch on is Fidget. This card is simply here to deal with opposing Surfer minis. As always, if you want to pick up this deck, I've left a link to Card Market in the description. And all of these upcoming games were from the online 1K tournament this past weekend and live streamed on Twitch. So if you want to watch me live, I'll leave a link to the description. That's twitch.tv/Fnatic, and I'll see you in the next one. Well, this hand is not very good. Yeah, I mean, that's the issue with online, but I can't, argue it, so it's fine. And honestly, I understand the board state was pretty even, so it is just a judge call. Okay, cool. My opponent is saying game 2, I get the first win, so I will take it. I'm not going to argue for an event that's this amount of money. So, sure, if my opponent's fine with that, I'm fine with that. So we know we're against Amsteel, so we can get rid of Fidget. And we knew that from the first game anyway. Just got Olaf, and then we can turn 2 Snake, it's pretty solid. When it goes Flute, hopefully they didn't bug again. Cool, nice. So we've got a game. We can ink Goat, maybe here is fine. Quest Snake seems solid too. Maui seems okay in this matchup. Snake is a good Tiana counter here as well. I'm just playing Ruby Amethyst. This is just Jebus's list from the last one that got top 8. Honestly, there's nothing I would change, so I'm just going to stick to it. Opponent whiffs the aerial after DC in game 1. I would be fuming. But it is what it is. Maybe ink Olaf. No, we keep one Maui and ink one Maui and play this Olaf. Quest here. Not sure if it's correct to quest. I'm pretty sure it is. They haven't got much to deal with it. And I assume we're going into like late game anyway. If they knew Wild though, we've got 2 Be Prepared in hand, so we're in a pretty rough spot, to say the least. Inking Rapunzel I like to see. Thankfully the Snake's got 3 health, so they couldn't draw cards with Rapunzel anyway. New Wilders don't like to see that. 2 B preps down. Although our Snake can just get rid of this aerial, which is good.
Do see a Gaston, however. Cool, so we can hit this here. Bounce back the snake, go into box. Inking Cusco here is good. And boss. Music is a tiny bit loud. I get grabbed, which is totally fine. We can even bounce this if they don't ping it and just trade 1 for 1 here and then ink it. Play snake. Seems like a good. They go beast. Okay, cool. So we're definitely in the back seat here. Oh, we can't go snake actually, my bad. I still think this trade is correct. So maybe we don't ink the Olaf here and ink one of these snakes and play the Olaf. Should probably play a little bit slower. But you know, it's round 1. Tremaine here would be great off the top deck. Think about, they have got rid of 2 B preps, so they are in quite a good spot here. Surfer Mini is kind of fine. Find a second Iceler. If I get Whole New Welded here again, I'm kind of boned. Because there'll be 3 Ursulas down, 1 Elsa, and 2 B preps. Not good. But I feel like that's just the steal matchup in Ruby Amethyst, is they just kind of Whole New World, and just if they hit Be Prepared, you just lose, and if they don't, you just win. So honestly hoping I can just go into Ursula here next turn. It's kind of fine as well, because it has so much health, they can't deal with it. And Amber's removal is needs it to have 5 attack, which it doesn't even have close to 5 attack. Maui is fine as well, I'll be honest. We can ink this Maleficent, and we can maybe snake back this Maui so it doesn't just get like one shot. But yeah, I think that turn we needed to Maui. I don't think the Ursula gives us enough tempo. Hercules is fine, so B prep here is honestly ideal. Yeah, if we B prep here, please. No B prep. Unfortunate. But a B prep here would be so good, so hopefully I can top deck it or I draw it for this friends. Nice. It's good that buys us back in. But definitely not in a great spot. Like I say, we're down 3 Be Prepareds now and 3 Ursulas and 1 Elsa. Thankfully we've not used any Tremaines yet. But yeah. We just start spamming this Ursula now and hope it sticks. It's the last one. Normally you'd want to go into like multiple Ursulas, but since it's our only one, that's fine. I even like Tremaine here if they don't play anything else. Which I think they're going to, right? I think you almost have to. No Tremaine protection. Cool, feeling pretty good. Ursula seems like it's going to give us a lot of value here. And the Maui, love to see it. I was requesting for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we want 2 more ideally. And know that this doesn't give us lethal anymore. But I'm hoping that because they know I have a Tremaine in hand, they can whole new world, and then we can find a goat. Because we're down 0 goats, right? We haven't even seen a goat. And Ursula's definitely sticking. Unless they spend like an infinite amount of resources on the Ursula, we're fine. Grab is fine too. The Robin Hood is going to get rid of this fox. Which is also fine. If they quest with this Tink, we can just Maui it. We can even Maui and Tram. We are down quite a lot of bounce stuff though. Yeah, I think Maui Trem is fine here. Just because it keeps my stuff on board as well, so I can bounce it. Obviously I don't have the Elsa, but that's fine. They're down 2 new worlds, so I'm assuming they have one. Especially because they only have 2 cards in hand. I think they're fishing for new world here actually. They don't find it, they find grab, which isn't going to do it. We do only have 5 quests on board, but like I say, we haven't seen a goat yet, so we can just friends into a goat. I mean, even Elsa just locking them is fine. fine. Hopefully we can go into a goat here. We have two ink to play with, so. Cool, goat snakes, great, and a trem, and a mini. Even have teeth if they play anything with 2 health, which I don't think they will, so I think we're just inking this. Cool, so we can just go. Good game. Nice. Okay, I do like this hand. Quite a bit. Not sure if I need 3 minis. Maybe 2 is even overkill. But we can just go so fast with the minis. So I'll keep 2. A snake would be ideal for turn 2 as well. Fantastic. So I think we just spam evasive minis here and we should be good. Okay, Yzma. I didn't know they were playing Yzma, so that's good to know. I love streaming at this time because my room is on like a main road, so you just always have people screaming across, and then my housemates are loud as well, so it's not very nice, but quite hard to focus as well. But we should be good. Definitely hit this here. Go into an evasive mini. Then we just go evasive mini 1-drop. And then all their other cards are card draw, so we don't really mind too much about being low on cards. We just want to get as many, like, lore. We want to get as much lore as possible before they can be prep. And we always want to have a cheap unit in case they tremaine. Obviously they can't tremaine this turn, but just for the next turn it's already there. They're drawing cards, which tells me they don't have tremaine or be prep. I like Snake better than Cusco, so I'll get rid of Cusco. Quest for a lot, and we're questing for 7 on board as well, so a goat will just win us the game if we can find one. Opponent's still a turn away from Be Prepared. So I think next time we just spend bouncing this rabbit back maybe and drawing some cards, or maybe just Maleficent spare because we want to save the bounce in case we find a goat. Gonna spend this turn to draw cards because I know they're gonna be prep. And if they don't be prep, they just lose. So cool, so we have goat. ads. So what we just go bounce, ink this, play an Olaf. Seems good to me. Opponent needs a second Be Prepared, and if they play a Be Prepared, then they lose because I have Goat. So it should just be game. Whew. Nice.